Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd. His skin was pale, his eye was odd. He shaved the faces of gentlemen who never thereafter were heard of again. Who trod a path that few had trod, with Sweeney Todd. The demon Barber fleet, street. Swing your razor wide. Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd.
Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd.
He served the dark and a hungry god.
He served the dark and a hungry god.
What happened next? Well, that's the play, and he wouldn't want us to give it away. Not Sweeney. Not Sweeney Todd. The demon Barber fleet. Street. I have sailed the world, beheld its wonders, from the Dardanelles to the mountains of Peru. But there's no place like London. I feel home again. I could hear the city bells ring, whatever I would do. No, there's no place like London. Mr. Todd, sir? You are young. Life has been kind to you. You will learn. This is where we go our separate ways, Anthony. I'll not soon forget the good ship Bountiful, nor the young sailor who saved my life.
There's no cause to thank me for that, sir. It would have been a poor Christian indeed who would have spawned you pitching and tossing on that raft and not giving the alarm.
There's many a Christian would have done just that, and not lost a wink of sleep either. There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and its morals aren't worth what a pig could spit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it, and it goes by the name of London. At the top of the hole sit the privileged few, turning beauty into filth and greed. There to have sailed the world and seen its wonders, for the cruelty of men is as wondrous as Peru, but there's no place like London. There was a barber and his wife, and she was beautiful. A foolish barber and his wife, she was his reason and his life, and she was beautiful, and she was virtuous, and he was naive. There was another man who saw that she was beautiful, a pious vulture of the law, who with a gesture of his claw removed the barber from his plate. Then there was nothing but to wait, and she would fall, so soft, so young, so lost, and oh so beautiful.
And the lady, sir, did she succumb?
Oh, that was many years ago. I doubt if anyone would know. Now, leave me, Anthony. There is somewhere I must go. Something I must find out. Now, and alone.
But surely we'll see each other before I'm off to Plymouth.
You may find me if you wish. Around Fleet Street I wouldn't wander.
Well, until then, Mr. Todd. Farewell.
There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and it's filled with people who are filled with shit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it.
What's your hurry? You gave me such a fright, I thought you was a ghost. Half a minute, can't you sit? Sit you down, sit. All I meant is that I haven't seen a customer for weeks. Did you come in for a pie, sir? Do forgive me if your head's a little vague. What is that? But you think we had the plague? From the way that people keep avoiding, no you don't. Heaven knows I try, sir. But there's no one comes in even to inhale. Right you are, sir, would you like a drop of ale? Mind you, I can hardly blame them. These are probably the worst pies in London. I know why nobody cares to take them. I should know, I make them. For good know, the worst pies in London. Even that's polite, the worst pies in London. If you doubt it, take a bite. Is that just disgusting? You'll have to concede it. It's nothing but crusting. Drink this, you'll need it. The worst pies in London. And no wonder with the price of meat, what it is when you get it. Never thought I'd live to see that day. Men would think it was a treat. Finding poor animals, what are dying in the street. Mrs. Mooney has a pie shop. Does a business, but I've noticed something weird. Lately all the neighbours' cats have disappeared. Have to hand it to her, what a course, enterprise. Popping pussies into pies, wouldn't do in my shop. Just the thought of it's enough to make you sick. And I'm telling you, them pussycats is quick. No denying times is hard, sir. Even harder than the worst pies in London. Only lard and nothing more, is that just revolting? Or greasy and gritty, it looks like it's melting and tastes like, well, pity, a woman alone with limited times is hard. Go on, dear. Spit it out on the floor. Heaven knows there's worse things down there than that.
Isn't that a room there over the shop? Times are so hard, why don't you rent it out? I could bring in some money.
Up there? Oh, no one will go near it. You see, something happened up there. Something not very nice. Well, you see, there was a Barber and his wife, and he was beautiful, a proper artist with a knife, but they transported him for life, and he was beautiful. Barker, his name was Benjamin Barker.
Transported. What was his crime?
Foolishness. He had this wife, you see, pretty little thing, silly little nit, had a chance for the moon on a string. Poor thing, poor thing. There were these two, you see, one of them a judge, t'other one his beadle. Every day they'd nudge and they'd wheedle, but she wouldn't budge from her needle. Too bad, pure thing. So they merely shipped the poor blighter off south, they did, leaving her with nothing but grief and a year-old kid. Did she use her head even then? Oh no, God forbid. Too bad. Ah, but there was worse yet to come, poor thing. Johanna, that was a baby's name. Pretty little Johanna.
Go on.
My, you do like a good story, don't you? Well, Beadle calls on her all polite. Poor thing, poor thing. The judge, he tells her is all contrite. He blames himself for her dreadful plight. She must come straight to his house tonight. Poor thing, poor thing. Of course, when she goes there, poor thing, they're having this ball all in masks. There's no one she knows there, poor dear, poor thing. She wanders tormented and drinks, poor thing. The judge has repented, she thinks, poor thing. Oh, where is Judge Turpin, she asks. He was there all right, only not so contrite. She wasn't no match for such craft, you see, and everyone thought it so droll. They figured she had to be deaf, you see, so all of them stood there and laughed, you see. Poor soul, poor thing.
No! Would no one have had mercy on her?
So it is you, Benjamin Barker.
Not Barker! Not Barker! It's Todd now. Sweeney Todd. And he will have his revenge.
Good God, what did they do to you in bloody Australia or whatever?
Lucy, where is my wife?
She poisoned herself. Arsenic from the apothecary down the street. I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen to me.
And Johanna? Johanna, where is my daughter?
Oh, he's got her.
He? Judge Turpin?
Yeah, even he had a conscience tucked away, I suppose. Adopted her like one of his own. You could say it was a stroke of good luck for her. Almost.
15 years. 15 years sweating in a living hell on a trumped-up charge, dreaming that one day I might come home to a wife and loving child. Well, let them quake in their boots, Judge Turpin and the Beadle, for their time has come.
You're gonna go get 'em? You, a bloody nobody of a convict. You're never gonna get on his iron mightiness. Don't make me laugh. You got any money? Listen to me. You got any money?
No money.
Then how are you gonna even live then?
Oh, believe me, I'll live. Whether I have to sweat it out in the plague hospital or in the sewers, I'll live, and I'll have 'em.
Oh, you poor thing. Wait. It don't have to be the plague hospitals or the sewers neither. When they came for the girl, I hid 'em. I thought, who knows, maybe the All Blight will be back someday and need 'em. Cracked in the head, wasn't I? Times as hard as they are, I could have got them for 5, maybe 10 quid any day. See? You can be a barber again. The mandals is chased silver, ain't they?
Silver? Yes. These are my friends. See how they glisten. See this one shine. How he smiles in the light. My friend, my faithful friend. Speak to me, friend. Whisper, I'll listen. I know, you've been locked out of sight all these years. Like me, my friend. Well, I've come home to find you waiting. Home, and we're together, and we'll do wonders, won't we? You there, my friend.
I'm your friend too, Mr. Todd. If you only knew, Mr. Todd. Oh, Mr. Todd,
you grow warm in my hand, my friend, my clever friend.
Fondness for you I do.
Rest now, my friend.
Never you fear,
Soon
Mr. Todd.
I'll unfold.
You can move in here, Mr. Todd.
Splendors you never have dreamed all your days, my lucky friend. Till now your shine was merely silver. Friend, you shall drip rubies. You'll soon drip precious rubies. At last, my right arm is complete again!
And how are they today?
Hungry as always, Miss Johanna. Very hungry.
Greenfinch, a minute bird, nightingale, blackbird, how is it you sing? How can you jubilate, sitting in cages, never taking wing? Outside the sky waits beckoning, just beyond the bars. How can you remain staring at the rain, burdened by the stars? to sing. If I cannot fly, let me
One moment, Mum. Perhaps you could tell me what house this is.
That's the great Judge Turpin's house, that is.
And the young lady who resides there?
That's Johanna, his pretty little ward. But don't you go trespassing there, young man. Not if you value your hide. Tamper there and it's a good lashing for you or any other with mischief on his mind. Hey, hoy, sailor boy, one to snugly harboured. Open we gate and dock it shall see a list to starboard.
Okay, here. Take it and off with you. Excuse me, can I purchase one of your birds, please?
Yes, sir, it's £10.
There you go, thank you very much.
Enjoy.
I feel you, Johanna. I feel you. Half convinced I'd work. Happily I was mistaken, Johanna. I'll steal you, Johanna. I'll steal you.
Johanna!
Oh, no.
If I see your face on this or any other neighbour's street, you shall rue the day you were born. Is that clear enough speaking to you?
Sir, I swear to you, there was nothing in my heart but the most sincere sense.
Dispose of him.
No, please.
You heard his worship.
No.
Next time will be your neck.
Johanna, I thought you were encouraging this young rogue.
Father, I hope to always be obedient to your commands.
Dear child, how sweet you look in that light muslin gown.
I'll steal you, Johanna. I'll steal you. Do they think that walls can hide you? Even now I'm at your window. I am in the dark beside you. Buried sweetly in your yellow hair. I feel you, Johanna, and one day I'll steal you. Till I'm with you, then I'm with you there, sweetly buried in your yellow hair.
Haircutter, barber, tooth puller to His Royal Majesty the King of Naples.
Italian, all the rage he is.
Not for long.
Oh, Mr. T, you really think you can do it?
By tomorrow, they'll all be flocking to me like sheep to be shorn.
Oh no, look, it's Beadle Bamford.
More the better.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Do you wake every morning in shame and despair to discover your pillow is covered with air? What ought not to be there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, from on now you can awaken with ease. You may never again have a worry or care. I will show you a miracle, marvelous, rare. Gentlemen, you are about to see something what rose from the dead. On the top of my head, 'twas Pirelli's miracle elixir. That's what did the trick, sir. True, sir, true. Was it quick, sir? Did it in a tick, sir? Just like an elixir, all to do. How about a bottle, mister? Only cost a penny guaranteed. Does Pirelli stimulate the growth, sir? You can have my oath, sir. 'Tis unique. Rub 'em in it, stimulating in it. Soon you'll have to thin it once a week.
Pardon me, ma'am, what's that awful stench?
I'll be standing in an open trench.
Must be standing in an open trench.
Try Pirelli's miracle elixir. Anything would slick, sir. Soon sprout curls. Try Pirelli's when they see how thick, sir. You can have your pick, sir, of the girls. What buy a bottle, missus?
What is this?
What is this?
Looks like piss.
Smells like
Smells like
wouldn't
piss.
put in my
This
head
is
if I
piss.
was
Piss
you,
with
dear.
it.
Let Pirelli's activate your roots, sir.
Keep it off your boots, sir. Eats right through.
Yes, get Pirelli's, use a bottle of it. Ladies seem to love it.
Flies do too.
I am a Dr. Pirelli, the king of the barbers, the barber, the king of the buongiorno for today. I blow you a kiss. And I, the so famous Pirelli, I wish you to know who had the nerve to say my elixir is piss. Who says this?
I do. I am Sweeney Todd, and I have opened a bottle of Pirelli's elixir, and I say to you, sir, that it is nothing but an arrant fraud, concocted from piss and ink.
He's right. Better to throw your money down the drain, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay no attention to this madman. Who's the first for a
And
magnificent
furthermore,
shave?
I have serviced no kings, yet I say to you, sir, that I could shave a cheek with 10 times more dexterity than any street mountebank. You see these razors? I lay them against 50 pounds that you are no match for me, sir. Accept my wager, or reveal yourself as a sham.
These are indeed fine razors. Instruments like these, once seen, cannot be soon forgotten. Your wager is against 50 pounds, sir.
I do.
You hear this foolish man? Watch and see how he will regret his folly. 50 pounds it is.
Friends, neighbours, who's for a free shave?
Me, sir, Mr. Todd, sir. Mr. Todd, sir.
Over here. Somebody bring me a chair.
Boy, the basins, the towels. Quick!
Will Beadle Bamford be the judge?
As always, to oblige my friends and neighbours. Ready?
Ready?
Ready.
The fastest, smoothest shave is the winner.
Now, signorini, signora, we mix it a ladder, but first you gather around, signorini, signora, you look in a man who have had it, a glory to shave at a pub. Mr. Sweeney, so smart, I'll beg you a pardon, and called me a lie, it was only a cardinal, nope, it wasn't a pub. To shave it a face, to pull it through required a grace and not a brute. For if you slip, you nick the skin, you clip it a chin, you rip it a lip a bit, and that's the truth. To shave it a face, or even a part, without it a smart, required a heart. It takes the art, I show you a chart. I study a starting in my youth. To cut it a hair, to trim it a beard, to make it a bristle, clean like a whistle. This is from early infancy, the talent give to me by God. It take it a skill, it take it a brains, it take it a will, to take it a pains. It take it a pace, it take it a grace.
The winner is Todd!
I claim the £50.
To which he is entitled, right?
Yes.
Sir, I bow to a skill far defter than my own.
The £50.
Here, sir, and may the good Lord smile upon you. Until we meet again. Come, boy! Move! Buongiorno, buongiorno. Oh, bellissima, signorina, buongiorno.
Do you have an establishment of your own?
That he does. Sweeney Todd's Tonsorial Parlour, right above my pie shop on Fleet Street.
Mr. Todd, strange, sir, but it appears your face is known to me.
Well, that's strange. Him being my uncle's cousin? Come in from Birmingham yesterday.
Well, already, sir, I have heard the great Beadle Bamford spoken of in the highest regard.
Well, I do try for my neighbours. Fleet Street, above your pie shop, ma'am.
That it is, sir.
Well then, Mr. Todd, you'll surely see me there before the week is out.
And you will be welcome, Beadle Bamford. And I can guarantee you, without a penny's charge, the closest shave you will ever know.
Johanna,
Father!
trust you've not been near that window again.
No.
If I thought you were encouraging this young rogue.
I, a maid trained from the cradle to find in obedience and honesty the greatest of all virtues. When, dear father, have you ceased to warn me of the wickedness of men?
Venal young men of the street. However, there are men of higher and different breed. I have one in mind for you.
You have?
A man who will shield you from the evils of the world and guide your faltering footsteps into the sober warmth of womanhood. A husband, a protector, and an ardent lover, too. A man who, through the years, has no doubt earned your affection.
You!
Just a penny, dear. Or a pie. One of those pies that give us stomach cramps to half the neighbourhood. Ow! Ow, I say, before I give you a kick up the rump that'll make your teeth chatter. Stuck up thing. You and your fancy airs. Yeah. till you get your fancy new one. It was my poor Albert's chair it was. Sat in it all day long he did before his leg came out from the dropsy. Ooh, kind of bare, isn't it? I never did like a bare room. Not to worry though. We'll soon fill it up with some knickknacks.
Why doesn't the Beadle come? Before the week is out, he said.
Before the week is out? It's only Tuesday. Easy now, hush love hush. Don't distress yourself or what's your rush. Keep your thoughts nice and lush. Wait. Slow love slow, think it through. Once it bubbles then what's to do? Watch it close, let it brew. Wait. I've been thinking flowers, maybe daisies, to brighten up the room. Don't you think some flowers, pretty daisies, might relieve the gloom? Oh, wait, love, wait.
And the judge, when do we get to him?
Can't you think of nothing else? Always brooding away on your wrongdoings happens, heaven knows I go. Slow, love, slow, time so fast. Now goes quickly, see, now it's past. Soon will come, soon will last. Wait. Don't you know, silly man, half the fun is to plan the plan. All good things comes to those who can wait. Gillyflowers maybe, instead of daisies. I don't know though. What do you think?
Yes.
Gillyflowers, I'd say. Nothing like a nice bowl of gillies.
Mr. Todd! Mr. Todd! Mr. Todd!
Anthony!
I've placed Fleet Street 12 times with no success, but now the sign. In business already, I see.
Yes.
I congratulate you, sir. And,
Mrs. Lovett, dear.
Oh, pleasure, Mum. Oh, Mr. Todd, I have so much to tell you. I've met the fairest, most loving girl that any man could ever dream of. And yet, there are problems. She has a guardian so tyrannical, he keeps her shut up from the human eye. But now, this morning, this key fell from a shuttered window. The surest sign that Johanna loves me.
Johanna?
Yes, Mum, that's her name. And Turpin, that of the abominable parent. A judge, it would seem. Oh, Mr. Todd, once the judge has gone off to court, I'll slip into her house and beg with her to fly with me tonight. But when I have her, where can I take her till I've hired a coach to Plymouth? Mr. Todd, if I could lodge her here for an hour or two.
Bring her here, love.
Oh, thank you, Mum. I do have your consent, Mr. Todd.
The girl may come.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Johanna! Who'd have thought it? It's like fate, isn't it? You'll have her here before the day is out.
What, though? For a few minutes, before he ships her off to the under-ending of England.
Oh, that sailor boy. Let her bring her here, and since you're so keen for a little bit of... That's the throat to slit, it is. Oh, we'll make a nice home for her here, Mr. Todd. Oh, poor thing. All those years without a scrap of motherly affection, I'll soon change that. For if there ever was a maternal heart, it's mine.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Todd. And to you, bellissima signorina.
Oh, how do you do, I'm sure, signor.
A little bit of it, Mr. Todd, signora. Perhaps if you will give the permission.
I'll just pop down to my pies. Oh, looks, look at it. Doesn't it look like it hasn't had a kind word since 9:30? How's about a nice juicy meat pie, eh?
Oh, yes, indeed, Mum.
Well, then come on down then.
Mr. Todd.
Signor Pirelli.
Oh, call me Danny. Daniel Higgins' a name and it's not professional. Not much, but I imagine you'll pretty it up a bit. I like my 50 quid back if you don't mind.
Why?
Here you are, love.
At a home you won't hear your customers start coming, then it's half your profit you'll hand over to me every week on a Friday. Share and share like, all right, Mr. Benjamin Barker.
Why do you call me that?
Well, at least you've got a nice head of hair on you.
Oh, well, to be honest, Mum, gets awful lot in here.
You don't remember me. Why should you? I just a dynamite Ireside you had for a couple of weeks, sweeping up hair and such like. But I remember these. And you, Benjamin Barker, later transported to Botany Bay for life. So, Mr. Todd, is it a deal? Or did I run down the street to me old pal Beadle Bamford? You think you're smart, you foolish boy. Tomorrow you start in my employ. You understand? You like in my plan.
Oh, God! He's got an appointment with his tailor. And if he's late and it's my fault, well, you don't know him.
I'm sure I don't want to, dear.
Signor! Signor! Signor Pirelli! Your appointment, Signor! I didn't ask you, Signor! Signor Pirelli! Oh, he ain't here.
Signor Pirelli has stepped out.
Well, where'd he go?
He didn't say. You better run off.
Oh, no, and him on the contrary. I best wait here for orders.
Mrs. Lovett gave you a pie, did she?
Oh, she sure did. She's a real nice lady, she is. One whole pie.
But if I know a growing boy, bet there's room for more.
And I can void.
So I'll tell you what, you run downstairs. I'm sure there's another pie in it for you. Wait for your master there, and tell Mrs. Lovett that I said to give you a nice big tot of gin.
A tot of gin?
Gin.
Oh, sir, you are a good Christian. Mrs. Lovett! Mrs. Lovett! The nice gentleman said I could have a gin, Mrs. Lovett! Mrs. Lovett! He said I could have a tot of gin!
Gin, dear? Why not?
Good evening, my lord.
Evening, sir. It may have been remiss of me to adjourn court so early. However, the stench from those miserable wretches at the bar was so insulting to my nostrils. I feared it would impugn my soundness of judgment.
Oh, I agree, sire.
Walk with me, I have news for you.
As you wish.
In order to shield her from the evils of the world, I've decided to wed my Johanna.
Sire!
Yes. However, when I offered myself to her, she seemed somewhat reluctant. That's natural in a young girl.
Of course.
Perhaps when I meet her again, she will meet my proposal with a more sensible frame of mind.
I'd marry you, sire.
He means to marry me Monday. What would I do? I'd rather
I
die.
have a plan.
I'll swallow poison on Sunday. That's what I'll do. I'll get some
I have a plan.
Oh, dear, was that a noise?
Plan.
I think I heard a noise.
A plan.
It couldn't be. He's in court. He's in court today. Still, was that a noise? Wasn't that a noise? He must have heard that.
Kiss me,
Oh, sir.
promise.
Oh, sir. If he should marry me Monday, what will I do? I'll die.
We fly tonight.
'Tis Friday, virtually Sunday. What can we do with time so
We fly
free?
tonight.
Behind the curtain, quick.
Tonight.
I think I heard a click.
Tonight.
It was the gate. It's the gate. We don't have a gate.
There's no
So
gate,
was that
we
a
don't
wait?
have a
There's
gate.
another
If you only
kick.
listen, it's a kiss me,
Tonight.
kiss me.
You mean tonight.
The plan is made,
Oh,
so
sir.
kiss me.
I feel afraid.
Be not afraid tonight, I see you, Johanna. I'll see you. It's me you'll marry on Monday, that's what you'll do.
I'm glad
St.
you said
Dunstan's.
I knew I'd be with you one day, even not knowing who you were.
Arms marry me, miss, oh marry me on Monday. Give me with your hand. Promise to marry me, miss, oh marry me on Monday. Of course. You're sure? I shall.
Oh, sir.
Surely the respect she owes me as her guardian should give her some tender feelings towards me.
Excuse me, my lord, may I request, my lord, permission, my lord, to speak. Forgive me if I suggest, my lord, you're looking less than your best, my lord. There's powder upon your chest, my lord, and stubble upon your cheek. And ladies, my lord, are weak.
Perhaps if she greets me cordially on my return, I shall give her a small gift.
Ladies and their sensitivities, my lord, have a fragile sensibility. When a girl's emergent, probably it's urgent, you defer to her gentility, my lord. Personal disorder cannot be ignored, given their genteel proclivity. Meaning no offense, it happens they resent it, ladies and their sensitivities, my lord.
That's stubble, you say. I must be a bit too hasty with my morning ablutions.
But not though, my lord, no place, my lord, a barber, my lord, of skill, thus armed with the shaven face, my lord, an eau de cologne to grace, my lord, a must to enhance the chase, my lord, you'll dazzle the girl until she bows to your every will.
That may well be so. Good day.
You too, my lord.
Where is this miraculous barber?
Fleet Street, sire.
Fleet Street? Take me to him.
His name is Todd.
Todd, eh?
You best be running along now, dear.
Oh, no, really, Mum. I best to wait here, I think.
Oh, I'll just pop up and see what Mr. Todd says. Oh, dear. My back is not what it used to be. When does the Italian get back?
He won't be back.
Oh, Mr. Todd, you didn't. Killing a man what done you no harm.
He recognised me from the old days. Tried to blackmail me. Half my earnings forever.
Thank God. For a moment there I thought you'd lost your marbles. Oh, good. All that blood. It's enough to give you goose flesh all over. Ooh. Ha! 3 quid. Well, waste not, want not, as I always say. Now, dear, we've got to use the old noggin, and there's a boy downstairs.
Send him up here.
Oh, no, dear, no. One's enough for today. Don't spoil yourself.
Providence is kind.
What is it?
It's the judge. Judge Turpin.
Him? The judge? No, it can't be it.
Out!
What are you going to do?
Leave me, woman!
No, dear, will you? Fine, I'm out. Oh, excuse me, your lordship.
Mr. Todd?
Yes, sir. And a pleasure, sir, to have your patronage.
Yeah. These premises hardly seem prepossessing, and yet the Beadle tells me you're the best barber in the city.
That is gracious of him, sir. Please forgive the nature of my premises. I've just recently set up my business, and there's a few necessaries yet to arrive. What may I do for you today, sir? A soothing skin massage? A splash of bay rum? A stylish trimming of the hair?
You see some man infatuate with love, an ardent and eager slave, So fetch me the pomade and pumice stone, and lend me a more seductive tone, a sprinkling perhaps of French cologne, but first, sir, I think a shave.
The closest I ever gave.
Bottom dum dum bottom bottom dum bottom bottom bum 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 bottom dum dum bottom bottom dum bottom dum bottom bottom. You're in a merry mood today, Mr. Todd.
'Tis your delight, sir, catching fire from one man to the next.
'Tis true, sir, love can still inspire the blood to pound a heart rate higher. What more can man require than love, sir?
More than love, sir.
What, sir?
Women.
Ah, yes, women.
Pretty women.
Bottom dum 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 bottom bum bottom 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 bum 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 bottom bottom bum bottom bum bottom 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 bum bum bottom 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 dum dum.
Now then, my friend, now to your purpose. Patience, enjoy it. Revenge can't be taken in haste.
Make haste, and if we wed, you'll be commended, sir.
My lord, and who may it be said is your intended, sir?
My ward, and pretty as a rosebud.
As pretty as her mother?
What? What was that?
Nothing, sir. Nothing. May we continue? Pretty women, fascinating, sipping coffee, dancing. Pretty women are a wonder. Pretty women, sitting in the window or standing on the stair. Something in them chills the air. Pretty women,
Silhouetted,
stay within you.
glancing,
Stay forever.
breathing lightly.
Pretty women, blowing out their candles, oh, combing out their
hair, then they leave.
Even when they
leave,
they still are there. They're there, oh, pretty women at their mirrors.
In the garden,
Letter writing,
flower picking,
weather watching,
how they
make a man sing. Proof of heaven as you're living. Pretty women,
sir.
pretty women, yes, pretty women, oh, pretty women, pretty women, pretty women.
She said she'll marry me Sunday. Everything said we leave tonight.
You!
Judge Turpin!
There is indeed a higher power to warn me at this time. Johanna, leave with you, deceiving slut. I shall lock her up in some obscure retreat where neither you nor any other vile corrupting youth shall lay eyes on her again.
But sir!
As for you, Barber, it is clear the company you keep. Take their custom and service them well, because you will have none of mine. Good day.
Mr. Todd.
Out!
Mr. Todd.
Out!
All this running and shouting, what is it?
I had him, and then...
I saw the sailor burst in, and then I saw both of them run down the street, and I thought, all the fat's in the fire now.
I had him! His throat was there beneath my hand.
Sir, though, dear, don't fret.
I had him! His throat was there and he'll never come again.
Easy now, hush, love, hush. Don't distress yourself.
When?
What's your rush?
Why did I wait? You told me to wait. Now he'll never come again. There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and it's filled with people who are filled with shit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it. But not for long. They all deserve to die. Tell you why, Mrs. Lovett, tell you why. Because in all of the whole human race, Mrs. Lovett, there are two kinds of men and only two. The one staying put in his proper place and the one with his foot in the other man's face. Look at me, Mrs. Lovett, look at you. No, we all deserve to die. Even you, Mrs. Lovett, even I. Because the lives of the wicked should be made brief for the rest of us. Death will be a relief. Look at me. We deserve to die. And I'll never see Johanna. No, I'll never hug my girl to me. Finished. All right. You, sir, how about the shave? Come and visit your good friend Sweeney. You, sir, too, sir, welcome to the grave. I will have vengeance. I will have salvation. You, sir, no one's in the chair. Come on, come on. Sweeney's waiting. I want you bleeders. You, sir, anybody. Gentlemen, now don't be shy. Not one man, no, nor 10 men, nor 100 can assuage me. I will have you. And I will get him back, even as he gloats. In the meantime, I'll practice on less honourable throats. And my Lucy lies in ashes, and I'll never hug my girl to me. But the work waits. I'm alive at last, and I'm full of joy.
That's all very well and good. But what are we going to do about him? Mr. Todd, are you listening to me? Listen to me. Get a hold of yourself. The boy's downstairs, but he's half seas over with the gin, but him, what are we going to do about him?
Later on when it's dark, we'll take it to some secret place and bury it.
Suppose we could do that. Don't suppose any relatives will go in round poking and after him, but... You know me? Ideas just keep popping into my head and I keep thinking. Seems a downright shame.
Shame?
Seems an awful waste. Such a nice plump frame. What's his name as? Had? Has? Nor it can't be traced. Business needs a lift. Debts to be erased. Think of it as thrift. It's a gift. Do you catch my drift? No. Seems an awful waste. I mean, with the price of meat, what it is, when you get it, if you get it.
Ah!
Good you got it. Take for instance Mrs. Mooney and a pie shop. Business never better using only pussycats and toast. And a pussy's good for maybe 6 or 7 at the most. And I'm sure they can't compare as far as taste.
Mrs. Lovett, what a charming notion.
Well,
eminently
it does
practical
seem
and yet
a
appropriate
waste.
as always. Mrs. Lovett, how I've lived without you all these years, I'll never know.
Think
How
about it. All these other
delectable.
men will simply come in looking
Also
for a shave.
undetectable.
Won't they?
How choice,
Think of
how
all
rare.
the pies.
For what's the sound of the world out there?
What, Mr. Todd? What, Mr. Todd? What is that sound?
Those crunching noises pervading the air.
Yes, Mr. Todd. Yes, Mr. Todd. Yes, all around.
It's man devouring man, my dear.
And who are we to deny it in here?
These are desperate times, Mrs. Lovett, and desperate measures must be taken.
Here we are, fresh out of the oven.
What is that?
It's priest. Have a little priest.
Is it really good?
Sir, it's too good, at least. Then again, they don't commit sins of the flesh, so it's pretty fresh.
Awful lot of fat.
Only where it's at.
Haven't you got poet or something like that?
Now you see the trouble with power is how do you know it's the saint? Try the priest.
Heavenly.
Not as hearty as bishop perhaps, but then not as bland as curate either. Trouble is though, we only get in on Sundays. Lawyer's rather nice.
If it's for a price.
Order something else though to follow, since no one should swallow it twice.
Anything that's lean?
Well then if you're British and loyal, you might enjoy Royal Marine. Anyway, it's clean, though of course it tastes of wherever it's vain.
Is that squire on the fire?
Mercy no, so look closer, you'll notice it's grosser.
Looks thicker, more like vicar.
Nah, it has to be grosser, it's green.
The history of the world, my pet.
Save a lot of graves, do a lot of relatives favours.
Is those above serving those down below?
Everybody shaves, so there should be plenty of flavours.
How gratifying for once to know that those above will serve those down below. What is that?
It's fob. Finest from the shop. Or we have some shepherd's pie peppered with actual shepherd on top. And after it's begun, here's the politician so oily and served with a doily. Try one.
Put it on a bun, though you never know if it's going to run.
Try the fryer, fried it's drier.
No, the clergy is really too coarse and too mealy.
Then actor, it's compactor.
Yes, but always arrives overdone. I'll come again when you have judge on the menu.
Right, true. We don't have judge yet. But how's about the next best thing?
What's that?
Executioner.
Have charity toward the world, my pet.
Yes, yes, I know, my love.
We'll take the customers that we can get.
High-born and low, my love.
We'll not discriminate great from small. No, we'll serve anyone, meaning anyone, and to anyone